This game is 4 years old, and we're gonna be revisiting for the F1 2018, the Robloxian Grand Prix. So this game is not underrated as well because this game got whatsoever for a bad review, and I just heard this game about it, so it eventually got 4 dislikes, and it's gotten a bit worse. So we have to choose for the current F1 team. So I remember for the Robloxia Grand Prix when I first uploaded my first old racing games video, just like the Robloxia for the F1 2013. So we have to choose for the F1 teams to choose from. So I'm going to talk all the way from here right down to there. So we got some current F1 teams such as the Scuderia Ferrari, McLaren, Renault, as well. So there must be Williams, Mercedes, Red Bull, Toro Rosso, Sauber, Haas, and Force India as well. So where are the other F1 teams such as well? So we're gonna be starting with some Sauber or stuff. There must be the Haas F1. So the Marussia has been gone so well. So this is not absolutely a Sauber. It's just a Alfa Romeo. So we're gonna be starting with the Haas Formula 1, or let's get right into the Sauber F1, or I'm not going to do anyway, so let's try that one for at once, and let's get to work. And you think this is not comparing to the F1 2013 or 2012 for the most hardest game, so the 2013 is much even more hard, and I can see the tire scratch right over this one. And looks like this F1 car needs to making more information. So if I'm going to move a little closer that you wanted to see an onboard view, you might get in trouble and the car disappears while you're in onboard view. So it must be the dislike game, and just like the Robloxia Grand Prix as well. So the top speed of this F1 2018 model car was 300 studs per second. And looks like we're going for a lap time with the Alfa Romeo Sauber. They put on wet tires into their wheels because there must be nothing something like else just wanted to be. And because there is no rainy condition, it's just sunny. And looks like this Grand Prix was just this. And looks like we're going on our way to make our first lap and make things better. Just a very big wide track for just well, and this circuit is potentially unlimited, and fortunately this car might ever not going to be so fast, and this car might take a couple of few more hurts to do. So if you crash, reset, or walk into a wall, please, it's nothing that I can do. So it helped track to keep clear. Thanks and have fun. And you remember that I'm going to look up here, and because of this extend someone, so someone just in old racing games, and everything just got ourselves from 2007, from 2008 to 2018, even it's just for 10 years of old racing games whatsoever. So we just going to have ourselves to complete a lap. And let's move to another F1 team as well. Now later I'm using the Williams F1 car, so looks like I'm stuck without steering because I just swear because it was just made the worst things that I ever thought. And because I was stuck there, and I just might even to reset the character, and this car's steering just not doing so well. It was just impossible, as nothing that I could do always. And we got another problem that I'm using the McLaren, so I just got stuck on the wall. Maybe I just can reset the character, because if you want to reset the character because of the oath problems, that the changes is subject to get ruined. So let's flip this F1 car out, and nothing you can see this. I'm going to flip that F1 car out, and by the way, it does not work as well. And I'm stuck everywhere in this whole situation because it must be a bad review that I'm going to be steering all the way through the start. this shall do any better with this Scuderia Force India. And looks like this in Force India looks like a racing point, and I'm going to think that this one and that pink guy just going to make ourselves survive. So one more thing before I'm going to end this video. So well, I'm using this one exactly for Mercedes. So when I'm going to be using the Mercedes, I'm not trying to use the Renault, and I'm not going to do as well. And I make sure that I'm going to be careful of here. So the front steering has locked up everywhere, and the front straight that every car has reached 300 studs per second, and every F1 car just always reach to 300 studs per second, and which means these cars are allowed to make things go even faster, that every single vehicle should might able to reach top speeds before the turns of hairpin turns and turn by turn before you make it and finish one lap. And that's it for all now. So the next one gonna be due. I'm going to be using Mercedes before the Ferrari. Well, my plan just worked for Mercedes. So let's go start for one lap only to test this one out. So if you're gonna hold to right or left, it might take some time to help this one out. So I need to be careful out there because I'm unfortunately not did a good job for a well. I didn't understand with this one, so because I really understand with this game, so even they weren't able to say anything what about this. And because of these ones, so absolutely we're going for a long straight that everything should be go able to fast in order to make more draft as well. So heading down to the sharp narrow corner, which is I'm going to turn and I'm going to be careful, and I really cannot able to do so. My plan just not able to get work so much, and because of this one, and we'll be going for a final couple of corners, and we just spawned this Mercedes out, and I got stuck onto that corner because I cannot finish the lap because I swear. Just a few seconds later, we just failed a lap with Mercedes. So what I need to do is going to absolutely going for one more thing, that it makes some skid causing these things to lock up for the steering. It's the Ferrari's turn. So let's hear for one more lap that I might able to not spin out for this time because of locking up on steering was not an option for just a turn, and nothing will ever gonna be do. And because of this one, just might able to make things get a little bit worse for just a lock-up steering because of just well, it's making everything worse because they dislike this game because of actually what is it, and it is gonna be not to be worse at all. So it looks like if you're going to be an onboard views, you realize your car might able to get disappeared, and because it's actually not a same thing. So I almost hit the wall that I might able to do damage. So quick turn, and we just made it so for damage because of the lock-up steering is not allowing to, and it's not allowing to turning left and turning right. The steering is had disabled, so I really cannot finish the lap times whatsoever. And because of this one, and it was quite a bit stressful, a bigger stressful for some things. And let's continue to finish for lap times. So we just eventually failed for the lap times exactly for Ferrari that made a huge accident out there. After I regained some other cars and some stuff like that, and anyways, it might be a bad review for this game. So this is one of the worst things, that the last games that I ever saw was the 2019 regulations instead of 2018. Just got itself worse for a bad handling and lock-up steering, and because lock-up brakes and lock-up steering, and which is caused a fatal accident into last couple of corners, because what I ever to do, so if I'm actually in this video, so I'm not going to be resetting for my character, and are not going to do as anyways, are not doing the has or force India, so due to my punishment as well, so I'm not going in there, so I'm just going to be skipping around it. That's all for today. So if you want to visit this game, so make sure this game is linked in description, and this game was absolutely 4 years old. So you can visit this game, so actually requires not for a good review. So this game may contains for a bad review because of the F1 cars doesn't do right, and because of skidding makes you feel inevitable, dangerously of our sides, and skidding causes fatal crashes, but so well, and it might not going to be on time but whatsoever, so it might causing nothing whatever you do. So you try to visit this game, so or you just try to hate this one. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I forgot to say that way, so if you play this game during your riding on Reynolds, you might guess you might able to get crashing, keep on crashing everywhere, every track corners by itself. This is Turbo Concepts signing off, and thank you for watching and for all your support, and I'll be see you in tomorrow morning or not even next time as well.